Hey guys, so I decided to do this impromptu garden tour here on YouTube. I actually did one on Instagram the other day and folks there really loved it. So I thought you guys will enjoy it too. So this is the sidewalk border right here. There's not a lot of things happening. It's mostly summer border. So after the tulips are done, there's a long gap. I call it the green gap, where everything is green and just starting to come in. But there's some clematis that is starting to bloom. These are still budded up. This is Duchess of Edinburgh. And I got this plant as a bare root in Costco, believe it or not. And look at how beautiful and healthy this thing is. It's about 3 years old, but it's been blooming just beautifully last year, and this year is also loaded. Now, I have this arborvitae here. See this really strange string hanging down? So there is a nest up there, and I guess the birds tried to use some string to build the nest, but it was too much, so they decided to just leave it hanging. I think it's just so cute. I don't want to pull it because I don't want to destroy the nest, so it's gonna keep hanging there. Oh, I guess I could cut it too, but I think it's just adorable. It kind of reminds me of all the life in the garden. By the way, I apologize for all the noise. We live in a very busy part of New Jersey, 20 minutes from an airport, on a very busy street. It's kind of comes with the territory when you live 12 miles away from New York City. It's very, very densely populated. So this is a sidewalk garden. Oh, look at the grackle right there, so pretty. Anyway, the sidewalk garden is covered with cherry petals right now. And I don't know what I love more, is when this tree blooms or when the cherry petals fall down. It is like this pink snow. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It's actually kind of starting to decompose already. A couple of days ago, it was like this thick 2 inches of petals, and the scent is amazing. It smells like rose petals. Cherries are in rose family, so I guess that should not be surprising. But I do have some azaleas starting to bloom. This is Adam Sem's, and this is one of the native azaleas, and it's a deciduous one. Very unusual color to see yellow azalea like this. I have another one here, which is Tri-Lights. And look at all the colors in this one. So if you're struggling with azaleas, try growing deciduous ones, because they are actually hardy to zone 4 and a little bit easier to grow. Just love them. They're so delicate. Now over here, I have this tapestry of plants like Hakinakloa, hosta, some native ferns, bleeding hearts, and again, these beautiful petals right here. All right, let me slowly go around here. Again, more clematis. This is HF Young and starting to climb up some structures here. And this is the spot where I plant my elephant ears. And I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of this spot with the elephant ears, but my neighbors love it. So I just have to keep doing it for them, I guess, until I find a new spot. Now the peony season is about to begin. I will make another video for you when they're all open. I have about 25 or 30 bushes of peonies. And the alliums as well. I have a ton of alliums going up and down here to the kitchen door. And the Solomon seal has been blooming. Look how pretty. Bees love this plant. And during the heat of the day, it's just covered. Right now it's more in the evening, so not much is happening. But again, peonies, this monster right here has about 40 buds. It is unbelievable. This right here is hardy kiwi, or Actinidia calamicta. I get a lot of questions asked about this plant. This is a fruiting plant. You can get kiwi from it. You need a female and male to get fruit. So this is a male. Males are definitely a lot more colorful, just like in birds a lot of times. So you can see these pink tips on their leaves, which is super cool. And these are the flowers. Flowers are really fragrant. I do have a female in the garden as well. I actually mostly grow this plant for decorative reasons and not for production. But it's nice to get some kiwis out of the garden, and these are the kiwis that don't have the fuzz. So you're not a big fan of that fuzz on the kiwi. These don't have it. Now I just wanted to show you my pride and joy this season. So I planted up these containers a couple of weeks ago. These are edible containers, and I grew lettuce here from seed, and then I went to the nursery and I bought some alyssum, some violas, some pansies, and I actually have a chokeberry over winter in that pot, and it looks so beautiful. It provides that structure there. But how pretty is this? I am obsessed with these containers. I also got some sorrel, some curly parsley, and all of this is edible. So I opened my kitchen door. I haven't actually started harvesting stuff from this, but it's just so fun to look at this. They are so pretty. Even Michael noted a couple of times just how fresh these look and creative, if I must say. Look at that little cherry petal right there. Love, 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 love these. I always wanted to do edible containers, and there they are. And they are my favorite. Just wanted to point out this Eucharella Copper King. This plant is stunning. Look at this. And it's looked like this for like 6 months, even in the winter. So this is the view going back to the front garden. I actually wanted to show you real quick, the epimediums are in bloom right now. So if you don't grow epimediums, these are great ground cover plants. The foliage looks like this, little freckles, and then they bloom with these most delicate flowers that look so good together with the pink petals. Look at that. Okay, and the hellebores are still blooming, look beautiful with the Solomon seal. The azalea season again is just starting. Oh, by the way, this is Bleeding Hearts, the golden variety. I planted it last year. I haven't even seen like how it flushes out. It looks beautiful. But anyway, the azaleas, these are some azaleas that I planted with my dad when he came visiting, so they have special place in my heart. And this is a container of native plants that I planted about 4 years ago, and it's time to replant them, but I don't find the time to replant them, and they've been living here for all 4 years through winters and droughts and everything. I never take care of them. This is a green spice euchera, absolutely the most tough plant, and this is a penstemon, Dakota burgundy right there. But look how pretty it looks with the azaleas. Just gonna back up so you can see a little bit more. And this is one of the spider type azalea. Very unusual, and it looks very, very nice with the regular garden variety azalea. So I quickly wanted to show you what's going on in the front bed. This is where all the daffodils were blooming a few weeks ago, but I just wanted to show you how the daffodil foliage is kind of disappearing. I do not cut it because it needs to recharge for about 6 weeks for next year's bloom. But what happens is that the foliage kind of gets engulfed in hostas. You can see right here, you can barely see it. So I don't even have to do anything with it. I know a lot of people are bothered by it. Yes, it is unsightly, but you have to leave it for 6 weeks. Just wanted to show you this Wiggles Squiggles hosta. Now, I'm not a big hosta fan, and this is Michael's hosta collection. He's obsessed with them. But this one is so unusual and cute. Just really love this one. And I get a lot of questions as to how do we keep the hostas alive with the deer population. Michael sprays religiously for deer. And by the way, this is also one of the bigger ones. Like, look at the leaf. This is Summer Substance. Just almost as big as the elephant ears. This combo is also very interesting. This hosta, I am not sure as for variety, maybe Liberty, but with the Weigela, look at that contrast. Isn't that so pretty? And the Venus Dogwood set its flowers about to bloom. Always an amazing moment in the garden. So yes, this bed, I just wanted to show you that the daffodil foliage is just going to be covered with perennials. So if you pair your bulbs with perennials, you don't even have to worry about cutting them or doing anything about them. I wanted to show you what's going on in front of our front door, because I want you to see the reality of gardening, not just all the pretty stuff, but do you see all of that? These are tomato seedlings and cucumbers and everything that is waiting to be planted. There's some dahlias over there. But these right here are the containers that I planted as my winter containers. And this is Helichrysum icicles. I honestly didn't even think that this is going to survive winters, but it did. And I pruned it, and now it looks amazing. So full and so lush. Going to leave this one. The Dusty Millers look amazing, the Helleborus. So we'll see how long this is all gonna last before it peters out in New Jersey heat, but I'm loving it so far. Let me just open this door real quick. I hope it's open, to show you my tomato seedlings. Look at how beautiful. I already started planting some out in the garden, but these are like tomato trees. Oh, love them. Now to just orient you, this is the front bed, this is the front of the house, and that is the sidewalk border, and we have these 3 beautiful river birches on the corner. But in the last video I showed this shrub right here, and I got a lot of questions about this. So this is Carya japonica, and it is a rather rare shrub. I don't see it that often. And what's even more rare is the double flowered Carya. Now, it is not my favorite color, but Michael likes this canary yellow. So, you know, I keep it. This is a very, very easy shrub to grow. As you can tell, you know, under the river birches, it's very difficult to grow things because they suck all the moisture and nutrients out. But this thing is just as happy as it could be. I paired it with bugleweed on the bottom right there with the blue. So that looks kind of nice. This is not an invasive shrub, but it does sucker slightly. So if you want to give like a little piece to your friend, that is a great way. You can propagate it. You could just divide it there on the bottom. There's not a lot going on in the backyard except for this beautiful double file viburnum blooming. And I actually planted it right next to this arborvitae because arborvitae has this vertical structure and the double file is more horizontal. So I was going for that contrast and also for the contrast with the maple that we have in the background there. And this allspice shrub, which is an amazing native shrub, is also blooming right now. I cannot describe the scent to you guys. It is amazing. And look at the contrast with the viburnum. Oh, just magical. I live for these magical moments in my garden. Just wanted to show you real quick what's going on in the vegetable garden. It's not very exciting, but it's just starting. So we have some strawberries going on. They're loaded. I have some kale on this side. And as I mentioned, I already started planting out the tomatoes. These are my own tomatoes I grew from seed. Very proud of it. And also the lettuce is looking amazing, as well as the garlic and the onions. The vegetable garden has brought me so much joy last year and this year as well. By the way, these daffodils right here, these are Poeticus. They're quite rare. And these were here when we moved in, so they're over 20 years old. I really should divide this patch. You see how they are not blooming as well because this is so congested. So I'm gonna have to take it out, divide it, and plant it somewhere else. And the fig that I bought last year is leafing out, so it made it through the frost. Remember, I made a video about covering it for the winter, but it looks so good. So excited. So I think I will finish this tour right here with this beautiful double file viburnum and the Japanese maple, and also a really adorable wild geranium. This is Geranium maculatum. It's our eastern native, which I love. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this garden tour, and I will see you in the next video.